Hi everyone, I am Prakhar and welcome back to Catch Our Season, where we explore stories hidden in places most people overlook. Today we are in Tallinn, standing in front of Linnahall, a massive Soviet era structure that looks abandoned from the outside, but inside it holds the decade of history, ambition, and mystery. I visited it once with a guided tour, and the story I heard was so incredible that I had to come back to show every inch of this forgotten landmark.
What if I told you this giant concrete structure was never meant to look like this? To understand Linnahall, we have to go back 50 years. In the 1970s, every Soviet capital had a grand arena for sports and cultural events, except Tallinn. Moscow kept sending orders to build one, but Tallinn always pushed back. No money, no priority, not now. The city simply wasn't ready. Year after year, the pressure continued. Officials in Moscow sent documents demanding progress, while Tallinn kept finding excuses. But everything changed the moment the Olympic came into the picture. 1980 Moscow Olympics had a problem. Moscow is landlocked, so the sailing regatta was assigned to Tallinn. For the first time, Tallinn realized this was an opportunity. Moscow would pay, and Tallinn would finally get its cultural hall. The project was handed to Estonia's best known architect, Raine Karp, the mind behind Hotel Biru, the post office, and the TV tower. Karp suggested an open competition for the design. The officials replied, "No time to explain. This is your object. Start working." And he did, imagining a wide concrete pyramid that connected the city to the sea. Construction began in 1976 and it was pure chaos. Thousands of volunteers, factory workers, students, even prisoners, most with no construction experience. On some days, over 4,000 people were on site, but there weren't enough tools for everyone. 10 excavator operators to only 6 excavators. Enthusiasm was high, but experience was low. Slowly, the massive concrete form began to rise. Giant slabs, wide terraces, endless stairs. Piece by piece, Tallinn's new landmark took shape. By the Olympics in 1980, Linnahall opened its doors. Even though it wasn't fully finished, The concert hall worked, the ice rink did not, but the building instantly became the cultural heart of the Olympic events. In the 1970s, this coastline was a guarded Soviet border, fenced, restricted, off limits. But Linnahall changed that. For the first time, ordinary people could walk freely to the sea, look at the horizon, and feel a sense of openness. And then came the problems. The roof was completely flat, a terrible idea in rainy Estonia. Water pooled, leaked into the walls and ceilings, and the building began to rot from the top down. Even today, the humidity is so thick you can smell the decades inside. Inside, the damage grew over time. Peeling walls, broken lamps, cracked concrete, empty dressing rooms. Lena Hall slowly slipped into silence. In 2020, Christopher Nolan chose Lena Hall for his movie Tenet. His team repaired lights, rebuilt parts of the interior, and shoot dramatic scenes in these very corridors. Some explosions were real and even damaged what remained on the roof. Main Hall was once an acoustic masterpiece. Musicians loved performing here even without microphones. The sound carried perfectly. The stage you see here was meant to be temporary in 1980. It's still here 45 years later. After Estonia regained independence, funding dried up. The ice rink closed in 2009, the concert hall in 2010. Since then, Lena Hall has stood in limbo, waiting for a future that never seems to arrive. Today, Lena Hall remains frozen between past and future.